Miles thinks to himself that minor things won't be enough to anger Rimuru. He also kept his promises and was worthy of trust. To a merchant, trust was the most important thing, and Rimuru was the type that garnered people's trust organically. If he said he'd build an arena, he will really build it. Although it was unbelievable for Miles, Rimuru had complete control over the monsters he ruled. They would serve and obey any order he gave. Rimuru said, "Good to hear, by the way, even though our goal this time is to receive leading figures from different nations, make sure regular people can join in the fun, too, okay? Like in the Ingratia Kingdom tournament, if you can't involve the public, there isn't really any benefit to reap, is there?" And Miles asked back, "The general public?" And Rimuru explains that he plans to build an arena that can seat around 50,000 people. There is still a lot of empty land left, so it shouldn't be an issue. If they build fast food stand they were talking about nearby, they could generate a lot of sales. Wouldn't there be cash flow when there's human flow? They should be expecting a lot of tourists. Rimuru then lastly asked, "What do you think, Miles-kun?" And the moment the merchant was asked, all he could think was, "That's beyond my imagination." By constructing an arena large enough to hold 50,000 people, it would be able to rival the one in Ingratia. In fact, it would be 5 times as many spectators. Rimuru added, "You see, we can have some standing room sections that we'll let people into at no charge. When it comes to the rich, we will direct them to the designated seats and charge entry fees. As for the nobles who are generous with their cash, we will offer them the VIP seats. We'll also need seats for special guests and invitees and things. Those are my thoughts on it. I'd like you to figure out ratios we need for all these seat types if we want to make as much money as possible." And with that, Rimuru dumped all the work onto Miles with a smile. Miles finally understood. Not even Ingratia Kingdom's arena allowed the farmer and citizen classes to watch arena events for free. He said, "I see, I was just about to say that 50,000 people are too much, so that's how it is." And Rimuru explains that this type of event only has value when it draws everyone's interest. He added, "Wouldn't seats be more valuable when you can sit elegantly while a bunch of others can only stand and watch?" And Miles agreed, "Indeed it does. Reserving seats ahead of time would remove the risk of missing out on one entirely. It's definitely worth it." The arena in Ingratia acted solely as entertainment for the wealthy. The concept for Rimuru's was fundamentally different. The aim here was to build buzz and pack as many people as possible. Miles admired the idea. If admission was free, farmers and field laborers would come over to see the show when work didn't occupy them. As the news spread through these people, average citizens from nearby countries would get interested as well. The point is, if the population of people flowing in exceeded tens of thousands, the inns in the streets would no doubt make a lot of money. He couldn't help but imagine how the money spent by the people being attracted there alone would fill their pockets. He complimented Rimuru as expected of Master, "You've calculated it from the start." And Rimuru replied, I guess so. Yep, it's all part of my plan." Miles stated his observations, "You have enough hotel rooms for it, I think. The issue becomes how to attract guests on a regular basis. Anyway, let's do promotion first. Then our next step is the proposal that you entrusted me to work on." And Rimuru agrees, so Miles added, I see. You want me to come up with the kind of entertainment that will bring people back again and again. Even if this tournament turns a loss, we will make the guests return regardless. If we do that, you'll consider this a success?" And Rimuru was surprised, "How impressive that you read my thoughts so well. I'm impressed you understand me so well, you're the only one I can trust with this job." The proposed martial tournament that would be used to garner crowds made Miles shiver in excitement. He replied, "Haha, that's making things rather hard on me." And Rimuru interrupted, "Wouldn't such a thing be better handled by the hands of the professional? Miles-kun, could it be that you are not confident in yourself?" And Miles defends himself, "Ha, how harsh of you. I never realized you had such a mean streak, Rimuru." And Rimuru laughs as well, "Right you are. But if it's Miles-kun, surely you can handle it easily, can't you?" The two started laughing out loud, both giving off a devious expression. Miles said, "You realize how much money is going to change hands here, Surely you are aware of that?" And Rimuru assures him, "Hahaha, not to worry. I am best at dealing with money. Just watch, I'm going to give you exactly the results you want." Miles is assured and they laughed. Rimuru and Miles shook hands with each other. Miles thinks that Rimuru is terrifying, and it was horrifying alone to not know how far ahead he had already planned. Miles assessed, "Now, along those lines, I think I've stumbled upon a new way we can use your healing potions. No matter how severe of an injury they sustain, as long as they don't die instantly, won't they all be healed? That means our competitors can fight with no small level of intensity, I assume. Moreover, wouldn't it be super effective for promotion if we claim that the injured participant would become fully healed in time for the next match?" And Rimuru asked, "What do you mean?" Where Miles asked back, "Oh, did you not think that far?" And Rimuru panicked, "Yeah, of course I have. I just want to confirm whether your idea is any different from mine, that's all." And Miles smiled, "Ah, I see. Yes, I'm sure you've already considered that much, Rimuru. I've got to catch up to you." Miles began to lay out after idea for him. First was the use of the martial tournament to promote the healing potion to sell to the adventurers. Second was regarding the lending and selling of weapons and gear. Miles' head was spinning at a formidable speed. There are so many ideas. On one hand he felt that he had been entrusted with a great responsibility, on the other hand he was also immersed in excitement. Apart from shivering, Miles had made up his mind. He concludes, "I'll do it then. I'll show you. My soul as a merchant predicts we'll be making a fortune." And Rimuru was glad, "Excellent. What splendid confidence, Miles-kun. And I know you got what it takes to give me the kind of revenue I want." Miles thinks to himself, "He has so much faith in me. Failure is not an option." After living for so long, Miles was once again feeling the sensation of having trouble sitting still as he felt his body and mind flamed by his excitement, hopes and dreams combined. This sensation was too precious for him to lose. Pulling this event off and becoming Rimuru's trusted associate was his new ambition in life, and he was ready to fight tooth and nail to make it happen. By the time Rimuru had left, Miles gathered all his personal bodyguards and servants. One of Miles' personal bodyguard asked him, "What is Rimuru's agenda for visiting?" And Miles nodded his head dramatically and said, "Bid, we are going to be busy soon." And Bid replies in a joke way, "Oh, did he give you another impossible task? I like all the ideas he has, but I really wish he put himself in our shoes for once." Just like Miles, he was also saved by Rimuru and one of the people who were charmed by this demon lord. And Miles cracks a smile, "Bid, this is gonna be nothing like you've ever seen before. This time it's gonna be huge, actually, we are betting our future on it." He was already born with a villain-looking face, it became much more terrifying with a bit of killing intent. The butler asked in everyone's place, "Master, what do you mean by that?" Miles on the other hand briefly summarized the conversation he had with Rimuru for them. From hosting a martial tournament as a recreational event alongside the Founders Festival. The reason for the founding festival was to put on air for the public after Rimuru became a demon lord. Every single member of the Tempest Federation would be contributing to the festival, so naturally its scale would be beyond Miles' imagination. He excitedly announced to everyone, "I've decided to pledge my allegiance to Rimuru-sama. So the proposal this time has to be carried out successfully no matter what." His announcement caused his subordinates to gasp and Bid asked, "Haha, Miles-sama. Surely you are not planning to go alone, right? Maybe I'm just some punk off the street, but I'm still your bodyguard. The gang I got under me practically worships Sir Rimuru. Take me along with you." Bid said, given his past as a conman, witty trickeries were up his alley. Bid and the rest would be accompanying him. Next, Miles asked everyone, "What do the rest of you think? This house is all yours if you like it." Upon hearing this, they laughed and replied in response, "Please allow us to accompany you." And like that, Miles had finished managing everything. With a group of followers, he set off for Tempest Federation.